So, hi. Today's video is sponsored by yours truly. I made these. You know what I love about myself so much? I love that I take the time to figure out what works for me and what doesn't, and do just that. This, ooh, it feels so nice. You want to know what it is, don't you? So, it's shea butter and coconut oil. I love that I don't wear makeup. Out here looking fine as hell. Why don't I wear makeup? Really, because I don't like how I sweat easily and it just runs off my face. And I haven't really done a face since maybe 2018 or 2019. I promise you, like, that's how long I've never done my makeup. Even when I go on dates, like, I just make sure I drink a lot of water. I say this shit all the time. Like, I drink a lot of cucumber water so that my skin just looks clear as hell from the night before to the day. You know, I do my hair really nice. And then what else? I do my lashes. I don't wear fake lashes. I just like use mascara. I use Too Faced mascara. And I just like go. What you see is what you get. If you want a beat face, well, you ain't gonna find it here. However, I feel like I'm going to start and learn how to really do a face just for the sake of it. But I wouldn't do it often. So really what I wanted to talk about today is the right time. I feel like we might meet people and we want them to be a certain way. I've had my share of that where I've met people who thought that I should do this and I should do that. And at the time I was in university. So it's like it was hard enough. I just wanted to get through that. And then this year I stopped talking to someone who I really liked. Like, I used to spend a lot of my time with that person. And then, I just realized that I just really need me, or I need to figure out what really makes me happy. Now, I don't go a day without, like, going for a long walk, or working out really works for me, eating well, drinking a lot of water. Loss of sleep, reading, not staying around too many different people. What I've realized is, like, when you have too much different people around you, it's hard for you to, like, be yourself, or for me to be myself, because there's always that second opinion. But the person that I am today, I definitely wasn't this person last year. Last year, around this time, I had just moved in to, like, a different place, and there were people there. Always, like I said, it starts off good, then it turns weird, but we're not talking about people, we're just talking about me. But the people you meet obviously shape your life in some way, whether they teach you something, whatever it is. People always teach you something, either about them, about you. So yeah. And we know that last year I wasn't this person, because last year I wasn't making videos consistently, just like talking about stuff and reading as much as I do now. Well, at least reading the stuff that I want to read, the stuff that I love. A book that I'm reading right now is called The Mastery of Love. It's somewhere on my bed, and in it talks a lot about love, obviously. The mastery of love. And if you've read it, it's one thing to read something just to say you've read it, and it's to read to understand. Okay, so if you read the book and you understand, I'm just gonna grab it. So this is the book. It's called The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel. Last name starts with R. I don't want to butcher it. Ruiz. So I think my favorite chapter thus far was Seeing with Eyes of Love. That's chapter 10. Again, if you read this book and you really understand the Divine Huntress, I like that one too because of what it talked about. It's always like a story within a story to explain the story, if you get what I mean. I love those. I love when people can like tell stories like that. Sex, the biggest demon in hell. I think this chapter talked about, I was like dozing off. I think it talked about kind of like how it's very natural to be aroused by someone that you like. Yeah, this is a chapter that I think talks about separating your mind and your body and not always giving your body something because your mind tells you that you need it. Because most of the time, you know, the mind is different and the body is different. The body needs rest, exercise, food. You can like tell when you need to drink some water, you can tell when you need to eat. The brain, the mind needs you to read more, not just go off. A lot of times we think about stuff and it's the truth what you're thinking, not all the time. It really depends on how good your brain is, how active your brain is. Not a delusional mind. Like, when you're observant of like everything that's happening around you, sometimes you read things that just confirm your thoughts. Okay? This is a good book in terms of like what you think about love. Love isn't possession and all those things that people try to. That's what I think marriage is. People say marriage is a scam. If you read this book and you understand it, you'll see what they're talking about. However, you should still get married after reading this book. Okay? As long as you understand. You have to understand and then do. Which brings me back to, I started saying the right time is the right time. And yes, because years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I wasn't this person. Now I'm just so much more in tune with myself and knowing what I need, what I don't need. I'm so much more like calm. I don't let people get to me as much. Like before, I used to snap like that. Not anymore. I've taken a lot of time to heal and learn who I am, and things just don't bother me anymore. And that took time. That took years, obviously, because everything doesn't just happen like that. But when you pray and you're actively thankful for things in life, it just gets better. Period. Seriously. You don't worry about things. I don't understand how people could say that they believe in God. Man, I could tell you the stories of things that happened this year. Just being grateful. God will send people from far and wide to help you when you need. And that's just that. Like, I met someone from the other ends of the earth, okay, via social media, who has done so much shit for me. And those are the things that happen, when you're grateful in life. It comes from, you don't even know, but it comes because you deserve that, because you're a grateful being. You're thankful to God for things that happen. You don't worry about things. You put your trust in yourself because He lives in you, and you're a loving person. You're just like blessed. And yeah, I guess that's all I want to say today. More tomorrow for sure.